On. Testing 1, 2, 3. No. Aha. There we go. Perfect. I can call the meeting to order. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 5 p.m. And be it resolved that the council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Spirit Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations, but we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the community Pictigon Anishinaabe and Nimizagamik Anishinaabe First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of the First Nations and Métis people in our region, specifically, and show respect to them today. All in favor? Carried. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? No. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? No. Approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Hudson, second by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor? Carried. Now delegations to presentations. Adoption of the minutes. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the minutes of the special council meeting held November 10th, 2025 are adopted as circulated. One fair. Carried. Moved by Councillor Hudson, second by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the minutes of the special meeting held November 11th, 2025 are adopted as circulated. Favor? Carried. By Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held November 12th, 2025 are adopted as circulated. Favor? Carried. Correspondence. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that correspondence item 08-01 are filed. Okay. All in favor? Carried. Reports, committees. Moved by Councillor Hudson, second by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the minutes of the Manitowoc Public Library Board meeting held October 20, 2025 be accepted as received. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Verbal update. I haven't got much, except I got some information. I don't know if I'm allowed to share it, but I am going to share it. I asked if I was allowed to, and he did not say no. So I just about half an hour ago heard from Bill Rosenberg, sorry. And he says, "Hey Jim, just letting you know that you are successful for your NOHFC funding for your pavilion in Prospector Park for $93,750.
Oh, wow.
So there,
That's
congratulations.
famous.
So, yeah, sorry, Bill, if I wasn't supposed to say anything, but, he said they'll follow up with some details on Monday or Tuesday. So there you go, it's good news. That's all I got.
Great, thank you for sharing. Thank you through the chair. Just a few updates. So this Saturday, November 29th, from 1 to 4 p.m. is the annual community Christmas market at the community center, and there's a great lineup of vendors this year. A couple of events to highlight in December: the annual community Christmas, that would be on December 19th from 3 to 5:30 p.m., which includes free skating, crafts, and food. And following that, immediately after, will be the annual Christmas parade at 6 p.m. And I just want to share a couple of reminders. Landfill winter hours have started, so the landfill is open Wednesdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then now that the snow is here, just a friendly reminder, when clearing snow from your properties or driveways, to please ensure that the snow stays on your lot. This is per the Highway Traffic Act and our bylaw 2019-50. And if you have any questions about that, you can call our bylaw department.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Over to business. Moved by Councillor Hudson, second by Councillor Cottick, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report CS 2025-04 submitted by Brad Law, Ski and Trail Supervisor regarding partnership with Superior Countries Bike Repair Station proposal. Welcome, Brad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good evening, Mayor and Council. So yeah, as the report has shown, what we are proposing is a partnership with Superior Country at a Lake Superior North Shore Tourism meeting. They are putting on a bike repair station to all of the communities within that partnership, which includes us. So the details of that are a 50% rate, which we'd have to pay. They've given us three different options for us to select. One being the we can either option one, pay in full for this year, which is approximately the cost of that is in the report of $2,722.84. Or option two, which is commit to partnering with Superior Country, in which they will purchase it this year for 100%, and then we pay our 50% in 2026, which is what I am recommending. Or option three is we opt out of it completely. So yeah, tourism right now, especially in Ontario, Northern Ontario, is on the rise. It's very important for this sector, and cycling specifically is becoming very increased in usage. So I can't see why we would not want to jump ahead of this and go ahead with this partnership. Obviously, at a 50% sale, that's great for us in the township. I've spoken to a couple of people who have already had these installed within the area, and there has been nothing but great feedback. The one thing that was absent in the report, which was brought to me by Councillor Hudson, was a proposed location for it. So what I would recommend would be a location somewhere near the rec center. We like to, I propose somewhere around the skate park. That way there is open, visible, and has easy access to everyone who could use it. I'm not sure if you guys have any other questions regarding the report that you may have seen. I'm gladly willing to take any, hopefully answer anything else that might be on your mind.
Any questions?
Through the chair, so what I'll do is I'll just touch on a couple of the questions that I did ask him in the email. One, he just answered, which was the location. I just had a couple of concerns regarding like how durable it would be to the weather, but in his response, he said that, like, in talking to people, like, this is what they're built for. And like vandalism or broken and stolen tools, that sort of thing, those were some concerns. And the other thing was, like, I know it's not a complicated unit, but for somebody who doesn't really know how to use this, how would they be able to do that? And he did address that, so I asked Brad if he could just answer those couple things.
Sure.
Yeah, in regards to that, so the places that do have it currently installed is Blind River. They have three of these units actually. And I'm currently in Thunder Bay at a tourism conference. And I actually got to speak to the EDO of Blind River about these units directly. And they said that they are in the same condition as that they've installed them. The tools that are attached to it, they are weatherproof, and they are secured by chains, which are high strength grade. So bolt cutters won't really cut them. You'd actually somebody really wanted to grab the tooling, like you'd have to go there with a portable grinder, cut them off. They're meant to be maintenance free, which is excellent for what we need to do. And most recently, speaking with one of the sales reps, they are coming up with the QR codes for instructions. So ideally, these are meant to be used for people who have obviously a knowledge in biking, bike repairs, all that kind of deal. But it's been brought up by a few different people who have purchased these before in the past. So they have been providing a QR decal that they can put on there, which would allow anybody with a phone to give them any kind of additional assistance.
Very impressive. From what I could see on in the report, they look very durable, easy access. So, yeah, I have no problems with this.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good thing, and I know several people that have started with groups in Thunder Bay. Like in their cycling clubs and things like that, and really that'd be really good to pull us into that tourism as well.
Yeah, I do want to say like Black Sheep, which is one of the main mountain biking groups in Thunder Bay. So it was mentioned in some of the reports about the increase in use in mountain biking in the area. They have consistently seen an increase in membership all the way from the northern states into Thunder Bay, so much so that it is a very close-knit group. So when they spread word of mouth of where they've been and how they've used things, it grows. And people are willing to come off the highway to go to specific areas to do the mountain bike and everything. So we're definitely looking at trying to tap into that resource because, again, any kind of tourism dollars is a benefit, and we have the right area for this, right? So we're hoping to try to get onto that sooner than later.
Perfect. Thank you, Brad. That's a great report, great product, and yeah, just another good thing for Manitowoc. So let's bring in the cyclists. Okay, so no more questions. Okay. Okay, and further that council partners with Superior Country to commit to purchasing a bike repair station, paying our share in 2026. All in favor? Carried.
Thank you very much, Mayor and Council.
Thanks, Brad. Okay. Next item.
Thank you through the chair. We're looking at rescheduling the regular council meeting that's scheduled for December 10th and just moving it to December 9th. And that's in order to accommodate the scheduled meeting in Thunder Bay for the Social Services Administration Board. Traveling in the winter and etc. So we were just looking to see if council would be okay to make it to December 9th, which is a Tuesday.
Problems with that? Or good, be fine. Perfect.
Right now.
Yeah, because they rescheduled it a week earlier than normal, thinking that it was too close to Christmas, but then it falls too close to our meeting. So I appreciate it. Thank you. So moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson, resolve that council reschedules the regular council meeting from December 10th, 2025 to December 9th, 2025. All in favor? Carried. Bylaws. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Hudson, being a bylaw to appoint a chief administrative officer / clerk to be read a first and second time. And furthermore, be read a third time, passed and numbered as bylaw number 2025-49. All in favor? Carried. Congratulations, it's official. Moved by Councillor Hudson, second by Councillor Kotick, being a bylaw to enter an agreement with His Majesty the King in the right of Ontario as represented by the Ministry of Natural Resources for the Fire Smart Community implementation transfer payment program. Transfer payment agreement, be ready first and second time. Is this, yeah, would you like to speak to this? Welcome, Tiffany.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So through the chair, so just a little bit of brief history. So back in January of 2023, the municipality hired the DCML Environmental Health and Safety Services, and they conducted what's called a Wildland Community Protection Plan. From that, it developed into our Fire Smart Plan. So this new grant is done by the ministry to allow us to implement the suggestions and recommendations that came out of that wildland protection plan. So those are things that could cover for our different zones for things like preventive items. So that could be emergency signage. That could also be preparedness, which is like an early warning system, or mitigation equipment for the fire department for suppression. It also includes in training, so cross-training between the MNR and the fire department as well. And then it also includes small-scale vegetation. So all of these items that it covers at some point in our Fire Smart Plan, there is a recommendation for that. So the idea then of this money's through now until March of 2027, so it's a full year and a quarter program. That will allow us then to complete these tasks, to better align ourselves with our Fire Smart program, for our local community to mitigate the risk, as well as the impact that a wildland urban interface fire would have for our community.
Okay. Any questions?
Let me just see.
Yes.
Congratulations on being successful in this grant, and thank you for all the work that you put into it. Congratulations as well.
I must say I was thoroughly excited. This one came to me very quickly. It was something that had come forward that we were unaware of at the very beginning, so it was very quickly put together, but there was a lot of work that went into it, so I'm thoroughly excited for our community to be able to implement something like this. Especially for us, as we all know, because we live 100% surrounded by wildland. So this could have a very significant impact for our community.
Awesome, that's great, thank you, congratulations.
Any other questions?
Okay. So, and furthermore, be ready third time and passed and numbered as bylaw number 2025-50, all in favor? Carried. Closed session. Moved by Councillor Cottick, second by Councillor Hudson. Being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Township of Manitowoc at its regular meeting held on Thursday, November 27, 2025, be ready first and second time. Furthermore, be ready third time and pass the number as bylaw number 2025-51. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Cottick, second by Councillor Hudson, resolved that the regular meeting adjourn at the hour of 5:18 PM. All in favor? Carried.